April 2026 was a month defined by a frantic scramble for power. The world's wealthiest individuals and its largest regulatory bodies were suddenly locked in a battle to steer the trajectory of artificial intelligence. In the courts, Elon Musk was stripping down his lawsuit against Sam Altman, abandoning fraud claims to focus squarely on a breach of trust. It was a deeply human dispute over corporate mission drift and what OpenAI had originally promised to be. At the exact same time, the European Parliament was finalizing the AI Act. This was an ambitious legislative effort to categorize and restrict high-risk algorithms before they could reach the consumer market. These legal frameworks were drafted to control a technology that moves at the speed of code, a pace that leaves the multi-year timeline of a parliamentary vote essentially obsolete. That acceleration starts with the hardware. Nvidia's market valuation pushed past $5 trillion as demand for its Blackwell and Rubin chips outpaced global supply. This demand is driven by the shift to agentic AI. We are moving away from passive chatbots that simply generate text to answer a prompt and toward autonomous software agents that execute complex, multi-step actions on their own. Running these autonomous agents requires a physical transformation. Companies are no longer building traditional data centers. They are constructing massive, hyper-dense computing factories that consume staggering amounts of power. Tech giants treat these hardware orders as standard enterprise upgrades. What they are actually doing is financing the construction of an infinite autonomous computing engine, and that massive compute engine is already being put to work. Anthropic recently developed Claude Mythos, an agentic AI model specifically trained to identify and exploit software vulnerabilities across major operating systems. This chart compares execution speed for a 32-step network attack. Human experts need 20 hours to execute the exploit. The Mythos model completes the process in split seconds. Despite strict controls, Mythos leaked onto a public Discord server, giving random users an autonomous cyberweapon. The immediate reaction was global anxiety. India's finance minister ordered banks into high vigilance, while U.S. Treasury officials assessed the threat with bank CEOs. When an autonomous digital tool can identify and exploit a 3-decade-old vulnerability in the blink of an eye, geographic borders and slow-moving restrictions of laws like the EU AI Act offer no practical defense. Parallel to the rise of autonomous agents, major platforms are moving to consolidate their users within private walled ecosystems. Elon Musk's latest app rollout, XChat, is a central piece of this strategy. It is marketed to the public as a secure alternative to WhatsApp. The pitch promises Bitcoin-style end-to-end encrypted messaging with zero ads and zero tracking. This network map reveals XChat's true data flow. While messages are encrypted, the app siphons your location, contacts, and search history. This harvested metadata bypasses the private chat, flowing directly into centralized hubs to train AI models and power digital payment systems. Users sign up believing they are opting into a private communication tool. Instead, they are centralizing their entire behavioral dataset into a single format that an AI can easily read and analyze. Look closely at what was actually constructed during this single month of chaos. We assembled near infinite hardware processing power, deployed autonomous software agents capable of bypassing human security, and centralized our behavioral data into digestible hoards. We spent our time debating the wording of parliamentary laws and fighting over the nonprofit status of corporate boards, overlooking the physical reality of what we were building. Connect the massive computing factories to the autonomous software and feed it our centralized data, and the result is a fully functioning, inescapable digital nervous system. And as the pieces lock into place, the only question left to ask is who is actually going to inhabit it. Humanity spent trillions of dollars financing the hardware, training the agents, and harvesting the data required to build a system that no longer requires human oversight.